you in the streets. 'Cause that's the type of world we live in, baby. It's not the sparkly stuff that you go online and tweet. The actors keep on lying, the brain dead bastards keep their social distance. I try to shout it from the rooftops, but no one ever seems to want to.
Well, hello everybody. Sorry for that. Yet again, Rumble crashes. I think I'm aware of the situation now. The problem is it's OBS that's causing the issue, apparently. So I've just been reliably informed OBS doesn't work well, even though they swear blind it's going to do. So I'm ever so sorry for the jumping on and off. And hello, Sadiko. So good evening, Psychic Otter. Hello, Lord Jim Dandy, and hello, Sadiko. I know you're back. I'm sorry, mate. You were the only one who actually saw me, I think, and then it just went all pear-shaped again. So, won't be using Rumble for a bit. There was an issue, or there is an issue with OBS being used as a virtual camera, and it locks up apparently, and that's what the issue is. So, we're on StreamYard again. Thing is, Rumble would be great. It really would be great because of its multi-platform release where it's free. Because I can't afford to get StreamYard Professional, which allows me to go to multiple places. But the problem is it doesn't work with OBS, and OBS is pretty cool. So, yeah, there you go. It's all good fun. Hey, Gabby, listen to the car. Hello, everyone. Don't crash, Cam. Literally, don't bring your thing. Usually only rumor for trolling Jackson. Hey, well, yes, indeed. So, following on from last night's stream where we were discussing the 4th of July, the piss take of an election day, where we're all going to vote for our independence. Yeah. Right at the beginning, I did mention the fact that there was some sort of rumors and potential links between the 4th of July being called and the potential of a conflict and us being prepared for a war, etc., etc. So, if you remember, let's get this to work for a change. If I can get the right thing up, which would be helpful. There we go. We'll share this one. So, this is what I was mentioning, which was actually announced and released on the same day that the election was announced, which is the UK government site had urged the public to stock up to 3 days worth of tinned food and water. Which is a bit odd because they put it in as, oh, well, it's for natural disaster. That's what it's for. But in reality, it's not for that. Because could anyone tell me where in the UK we had our last natural disaster that caused everything to be shut down for 3 days? And, yeah, we needed food for 3 days. And coof doesn't count, by the way. Okay. Never forget the wooden snakes so poppy on, poppy off. Absolutely 100%. He's a lunatic. All of us in the USA are coming to the conclusion we do not no longer live in a representative democracy or republic. The end of the American empire is close. The same here. We do not live in a democracy. We have been sold the lie of democracy. That's what we've been sold the lie of. Nah, the coof don't count. The coof was an experiment to see how far they could push us. It wasn't a natural disaster. It genuinely wasn't. They'll tell you it was, but it was a man-made, and in reality, as the truth slowly comes out, the coup was created for one reason and one reason only, and that was to test how easily we were led and how easily we were controlled. And then the mass part, we didn't let them down or fail with that one, and they got to see that they can lock us down and we won't push back very hard, and they can impose laws. Good evening, Paranormal Channel X. Welcome. So the coof was a control experiment, and it worked. And it still does now. You still people see people who are still psychologically scarred by it. Hello, Christa Blue. Yeah, one big experiment. It worked. I mean, there are people now who still wear masks on their own in a car. Psychologically, it's impacted people that much. Oh God, everybody messaging me now as well. Excuse me a moment while I get a message on. Sorry about this. Important. It's Mrs. G. So I have to answer. Um, I do apologise. These oh God, these are the I've had nothing but teething problems today, and oh, it's all good fun. Yes, they tested lockdown. They know exactly how we respond. Exactly. They knew by this what is reasonable for 3 days stock of beer. No, that isn't that just standard. Don't we all should have at least 3 days worth of alcohol in case of any emergency? To be fair, we are born of the nuttiest people on the planet, which is why they're trying so hard to subdue us. Correct. Absolutely correct. Lockdown wasn't so bad for me at first until we got to Winter Christmas and I had a really bad breakdown. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry to hear that, Sadako, but many, many, many people felt and had the same experiences. And to be fair, if we put our hands on our heart, we can see the psychological damage that's still being done. Yeah, in case the water supply goes off in a country, in case we have a natural disaster such as a flood. No such thing as 3 days for a severe supply, 3 hours max. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, so because that's what it's all about. This particular thing here is all about in case of natural disaster. It's actually it's called "Are you prepared for natural disaster?" When nature causes a problem like flooding or what else? I mean, come on, we live in the UK. The only people who get affected by flooding are people who move into houses where the people built them on the floodplains and then wonder why it floods, or it's rich people who buy that idyllic cottage right next to the side of a river and then moan when the river floods. And also remember that the reason rivers floods is because we stop dredging them, we don't maintain them properly. Flood defences in certain villages and towns just pushes the bulb of water further down the river, thus flooding places that never used to flood. Things like that, you know. But the coof was that. First it was 2 days, then I heard three. Well, the actual advice is to stock for 3 days in case of natural disaster. So when actually when I first started the change of my channel, I started to report on the problems that we have in our military, as in we've got no ships, we got no one to crew ships, we've got no soldiers, we got no air force, we got nothing. I've heard that it's fishy trying to avoid a vote of no confidence. No, 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 no. I think it's worse than that, mate. Well, it depends on how much you drink, paranormal, to be fair. So, trying to draw attention to the fact that our military is in shit order. In any case, hi, PD Rich. I forgot to say hello. Live on a rock on a far enough away from the sea. Well, yes, exactly. To call us from the natural disaster. So, in any case, I spent time trying to draw attention to how badly and how poor our military is at the moment. Then, whether anyone's seen it or not, we have this little clip that I'm going to play you right now, which is good old Andrew Bridgen. Hopefully that should have come up. It has. Good. Excellent. We're sharing. You can see that, yeah. I'm going to play you what Andrew Bridgen said. Now, if for those of you who don't know who Andrew Bridgen is, he's probably the only MP left who actually speaks his mind. I mean, he got kicked out of the Conservative Party for it, and he's an independent. And he's been pointing out about the vaccine injured, which there are thousands, if not millions, excess deaths, everything. He's probably the only decent politician that we have left. He's one of the greatest people, one of the greatest politicians we have left. Now, Andrew really doesn't care what he says. He is the only really MP left. He's the kind of guy that we used to elect for that reason, but no more. Now, Andrew was actually on Doc Malik's Honest Health, and he was talking about vaccine injury. At the end of when I've done the stream, I'll actually put a link to this particular one with Stadiko's mentioned, and he was talking about vaccine injuries. And obviously, because of what's going on and the fact that he's an MP, the conversation wandered over to why does he think Rishi Sunak called for it? I'm starting to think the Coof jab was in fact something else. Of course it was. The Coof jab. The Coof was created so we could have the jab, which is the one, and that's the thing that's actually finishing more people off. The truth is coming out. Slowly but steadily, the truth is coming out. You can never stop the truth. It doesn't matter how much you try and hide it, how much you try and deny it, the truth will always be out. So, let's listen to what Andrew had to say, which is interesting because it's what I've been trying to tell people for a while now. Tell you what, that's if it shares the audio, because I'm not having a good thing today with this. Right, okay, now we should get it. We should get it. Right then, here we go. Let's have a listen.
Rishi wants out. We are actually at war with Russia now.
We've got.
They not just haven't told you.
Right then, we're at war with Russia right now, and they just haven't told us. Let's carry on and listen.
Told you.
So say that again.
We're actually at war with Russia now. I met with Andrei Kelin, the Russian ambassador in London, a couple of months ago, and he said that we know that your people are firing those Storm Shadow missiles at us out of Ukraine because you couldn't train the Ukrainians to do it. We know you're doing it, and
that's the truth. Storm Shadow. For some people were under the illusion when I mentioned this. Oh, it's an anti-air missile. Well, it's not. Storm Shadow is a cruise missile. It can be launched by aircraft, specific aircraft, our aircraft, and off land-based launchers. So those missiles, which we are firing at Russian targets, can only be done by UK personnel. So the UK is firing missiles at Russia, and the Russians know this. They genuinely know this. So for 7 months, all these other streets are protesting against the wrong war. Well, no, they're protesting against the war that gives them political leverage. But yes, I've tried to tell people that we are in trouble, seriously in trouble. Been at war for years, grey zone, unrestricted, absolutely. Let's listen to some more.
And I mean, everybody knows that there are lots of US, UK, French. The French are in there.
I thought it was the Brits were down on the ground and special advisors.
Yeah.
Training sessions and teaching them and showing them.
Isn't that how?
But they were apparently. That's how we started with the Vietnam War.
Vietnam War, yeah.
Dude, what?
That's exactly how we started with the Vietnam War, with advisors. Can we just hand the power to Russia, sue for peace? Indeed, indeed.
What the frack are we doing poking the bear? That's really stupid.
They're determined to get us into a war with Russia, and thank God we've got someone in Putin who at least has got some
Oh, mate,
brains.
now you sound like a Putin lover.
See, what is that? He goes, well, thanks for Putin. Oh, it's a Putin lover. You're a Putin lover. No, 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 no. What he's actually saying is, if it wasn't for Putin, we'd be in trouble right now. Genuinely, we'd be in trouble right now.
I'm not. I'm not convinced any of them are any good. But at the end of the day, if you look at the facts, since '91, we've moved NATO 1,000 miles nearer to Moscow. They haven't moved nearer to us.
No, they haven't. I know.
And just to let you know, that's actually in contravention to the creation of NATO. When NATO was created, we promised not to encroach into or right new to Russia. And all we've done is year on year on year is move closer and closer and closer to Russia. So we have actually broken our agreement with the Russians years ago by expanding NATO. Just, so you know.
And if you think about what we were trying to do, the EU wanted to bring in Ukraine for whatever reason, and NATO wanted it, and they'd have put missiles on the border of Russia. Well, I mean, what did America do when the old Soviet Union tried to put missiles in Cuba 90 miles off the Florida coast?
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't having it, were they?
No.
They weren't having it at all. Not whatsoever. We are deliberately provocating Russia. I've said this from the get-go. I've had this state that the Ukraine war has been specifically created for problems. Yep, all I'm seeing from this war is instigation. Absolutely 100%. There'll be no peace. The powers that be will wipe each other out, generations, the true rulers. Oh, yeah, exactly. But the thing is, my wife, Mrs. G, we had this discussion, we were talking about it, and she went, oh, well, what would they gain? And I said, well, watch the last episode of Fallout, the series, where it explains that they don't care as long as they survive. They don't give a shit about us because they're living their own mind bubble. That's very scary. Putin isn't happy at all. No, he's not. He keeps warning us. He keeps telling us, and we keep poking him. Good whatevers, gentlemen. Good old Kirky. Nice to see you. Issue set. We bankrupted the Iron Curtain in Afghanistan, and now they're looking to do it to us, the US, proxy wars. Absolutely. Look at what the Rothschilds did after the Battle of Waterloo. Correct. 1984, Threads too. Correct. So now we know. Well, I mean, I knew ages ago, and as I said, I keep trying to tell people that we were in a situation, and it was not good, and we were all looking in the wrong places. And then you get things like, well, let's get this one up and see what you think about this particular one. We've just had a flight of B-52 bombers, well, actually on the 22nd of May, 2 days ago, land in the UK. That's America's premium strategic bombers now sitting in the UK. Now, before everybody gets really I know they do this regularly, but right now, you see, the pieces can be put into place. Yeah, look what BlackRock did after the big crash in 2008. Correct. BlackRock, big place, big people. One of the, what they would call the elites, I guess. It's just the situation is not good. It really isn't. It's not good at all. Look at what George Soros did. Oh, yes. We can see if you look at everything. The situation is not good. Not good at all. So is this the real reason why Rishi Sunak called for the general election? Is it because he knows there's a war coming and he doesn't want to be the prime minister at wartime? Is he running? Is he the man who managed to promise Ukraine billions and billions of our pounds? You know, the things that we can't have for tax cuts, but we can finance that. Giving him all our oldish equipment and a lot of the equipment that we need ourselves. Is he poked the bear enough? And now he's realised that the bear's going to poke back and he's running away. Remember, we're not Israel. We have zero protection against missile attacks. We have a few. I mean, they go, oh, you know, we haven't. We have no Iron Dome. We have no Patriot missile systems. We're vulnerable like you wouldn't believe. And the Russians keep telling us they're going to fight back, and they will. In saying we'll allow 2,000 to control the globe. Correct. That our Bowman is processor created. Correct. Grovey's doing a runner as well. Correct. He is. Hello, Bad Wolf, and welcome. So, Jew public were beaten last month for flying off legs, yet now they'll expect us to fight for our country. Well, that's what they expect. That's what they want. But then they go, well, no one's joining. Well, one, because you have no idea, because instead of having the military doing recruiting now, you've farmed it off to a bunch of people who know fuck all about the military. Yeah. And then the second thing is you degrade, especially white males, who are the core of your armed forces. You degrade them, insult them, tell them they're shit, whatever, and then go, oh, can you come fight? And they go, fuck off, I'm not doing that. Plus, we have a generation. Yeah, we're screwed. Good evening, Shield Wall, and welcome. Yep, I have seen the Chinese have walking robot dogs with machine guns on the back. It's mental. We had the RAF who recently got done for for being racist and not having white pilots, and now they haven't got enough air crews to fly the planes. It's just been announced we're not buying any more F-35s after the next batch, which brings up to 72, because we're looking at other options. No, it's probably because we haven't got the pilots or the ground crew or anyone to service the damn things. We haven't even got enough crews to crew our supply ships for our Navy. Our Navy that's currently out at the moment is practically being supplied by everybody else because we haven't got it. I've done video after video after video of it, telling people we're in trouble militarily. And here we are. It's just mental. Absolutely mental that we're in this situation right now. Yesterday, it was all about, well, you know, and I did mention right at the beginning that I thought that this was because of the potential of conflict. Why should I fight for Lundistan? Well, exactly. It's just madness. Absolute madness. Now, some are saying, oh, well, it's, you know, there's going to be a vote of no confidence. There's going to be this. There's going to be that. The simple truth of the matter is, no one knew he was going to call this election. No one. It caught everybody off guard. And he's privileged to more information than anyone else. Does he know something more than he's letting on? UK government spent so much money on balancing project. We don't have money. It's not even that. We just literally don't even have the troops to do it. The British Army is just. We used to be grade A. We were the best of the best. The UK was the best army in the world. Oh, none. We shit all over everyone. Now we're rated category C. With that shit, we've got hardly anyone. Half our equipment is now currently either been blown up. We're sitting in a field in the Ukraine. We haven't replaced the ammunition we've used. We're in deep shit. The patients have taken over the asylum. It feels like it. Only 50 Challenger 2s actually work. Yeah, that's right. And we have the new Challenger 3 coming online. We've got 6 of them. But the thing is, it's all right having 50 Challenger 2s that work. Yeah. If we've got no one to sit in them and use them, they're fucking useless. We're in deep, deep, deep shit. Even just ignoring the election, this is something that I've been trying to tell people and raise attention. Putin isn't a stupid man. He knows it's not our doing. Yes, but the simple truth of the matter is, they keep poking him. He will respond. British Army's been decimated through cuts of bad investment and recruitment fast. And the fact that it's now been infected with left-wing nut jobs who just don't do the fucking job properly. I mean, I've seen a thing, I'm doing a video on it, where they don't even train them like they used to. It's just madness. Russia got halted because of our top brains. They always copy us. Except at the moment, they seem to have the logical brains, and we're the ones who fucked. And get ready, because, oh, you're a Russian Putin apologist. Look. These eyes, yeah, seen war. Go on it, thank you very much. It's not pretty. It's not nice. It's not Call of fucking Duty, yeah? People die. And you never forget it, and I don't want you to have to do it. The British Army was falling apart just as I left. And it's got worse and worse and worse. He will. He will respond. I'm not down with the British government, but the British Army kicks us. We used to, mate. We used to. We just haven't got it anymore. Yes, every parliament should be shafted by the woke. 100%. Anything in the uniform is infected with the woke virus in 2024. Correct. Are they worth dying for? No. June the 6th, this year. 80 years since the D-Day landings. What did they do it for? What did they die for? Afghanistan, Iraq, all over the world. World War One, World War Two. All the conflicts, all the places where our soldiers have died and bled into foreign lands. For what? We've granted too much power to the UN, frankly. The UN are a waste of time. I've wore the light blue beret twice and it was a waste of fucking time. Be the best. That's what yeah. In the 80s and 90s, the army was be the best. Now it's pausing so Mohammed can do prayers in the middle of a fucking patrol. Bollocks. That's why now you are now going to be allowed to have beards in the army. The reason you don't wear beards is because your gas mask doesn't fit properly if you've got a beard or facial hair. That's why soldiers usually have a mustache. Why have we done that? We've done that so we can appease and try and attract Muslim men into the British Army who hate this country. They've got no fucking interest in defending it. It is an insult to our ancestors. I got the video that War and Terror Dilemma we got stuck in. I'm looking forward to it, Sadiko. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we were. The UN are nothing more than Biden and Simpson now. The UN are just a fucking joke. Once Hillary has its army, it's game over. They have the weapons we don't have access to. They also have the numbers. They also have determination. They also stick together. Their strength is our weakness. I've just watched Carl Benjamin on Lotus Eaters saying something which is true. I've seen Paul Thorpe doing the same sort of thing. We have to unite. If we want to make a difference, we have to unite. But we're not going to do that because we're too fragmented. And they've done it on purpose. We're too busy sniping at each other and going, oh, yeah, you're right about that, but not about that. Just we've got to stop. Yeah, agreed. We can stick together, double this. We outnumber them. They've got something up their sleeve. That thing up there is the greatest flag in the world. We are told that means you're racist if you fly that flag. The enemy's been in. Yeah, it is closer to home. Yes, gas, 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 and not a fart joke. Yeah, that's the shout that comes out when you have to put your BA set, your mask on in a chemical attack, and then you shout it when you put your mask on. But we keep being told that that is racist. It's the only flag in the world that has that tag. Here in the UK, I don't care where you come from. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care about anything. As long as you support that there. That there. If you support that, I don't give a shit who you are, where you come from. As long as you support that and you acknowledge that that is your national flag. If you don't like that flag, fuck off. Go away. Well, I said, hello, Andrew. They said, call me racist, great show. Thank you. They only think of revenge. Yes, they do. We need to regain our tribal mentality. Yeah, which is why, in reality, the only people who turn up to marches are football fans. Best flag in the world created for the modern world. Absolutely true. My ex-brother-in-law used to work British Aerospace, maintaining fighter jets. He went to America to train their engineers. Was headhunted for the Americans. He's still there 30 later. Brilliant. Yes. Your oath. Exactly. To defend that flag. Clans. Everything. Yeah, this is like this is like the old Scotland. We've got to unite our clans. We've got to bring our clans together to fight the evil. We really have. Democrats are globalists. Yep, absolutely right. Remember how close to destruction this nation has been since it was founded. Remember how many allies we have. Do we have any allies now, really? Because it seems to me that the entire world is turning on us. They don't want us. They don't want us. We live in a fragmented society, done on purpose, of course, to keep us arguing amongst ourselves so we can't unite. So we were talking earlier on about the coup. One thing the coup managed to do successfully was shut a lot of pubs down. All our greatest rebellions have started from pubs. They do it so we're on here so they can listen to what we have to say. That's exactly right. They do want a third world planet full of debt slaves. They keep us fragmented. They keep us arguing. They keep us going at each other. Divide rule is their show. Absolutely. There is unity happening globally, but it may be little bits and bobs. We have to put aside our differences. There are things I say I don't agree with. There are things I see of people I don't agree with, but I understand their message. I understand where they're coming from. They support that wonderful piece of cloth up there. And that is all that should matter. We shouldn't have to apologise for that. Yes, we've been all over the world. Yes, we have scars. We show our scars. We wear them with pride. We are greater than most people. This is a great nation. Be kind. It's so easy. Yeah, but it's funny how the words be kind can be until it suits people not to be. There's more to Great Britain than just London. Yes, we have an amazing country. I go on holiday. I don't go abroad on holiday. I holiday in this country every year. And every year I go into a different part of this country because it is the most beautiful place on the planet. Let down by the weather. But it's still beautiful. And it's so steeped in history. America's got beautiful places, but it's got no fucking history. I mean, you go down to like old villages and you look at the thing, you can see a wall that's been there for 800 years, and it was handcrafted. And we are such a wonderful country. Getting through to the left is impossible. They're woven into matrix. We can beat them because we outnumber them. Seeing that we can no longer agree to disagree. I used to say, well, what happened to that? We just have to agree to disagree. You need to have a go. We need to amalgamate together. Correct. We need to pull the clans together. I understand the divide and rule BS better than anyone. I meet people every corner of the globe every day and know at a glance who's here to support us. Excellent. The tolerance to the acceptance needs to stop. They're mistaking kindness for weakness because it has been exposed as weakness. The solar flares are cloud seeding for you, yeah? Be kind is not always the loving thing. That is the truth. Love those old walls. Go to Weymouth. Go all over this country. I go to Scotland. I go to Cornwall. I go to I go everywhere. And everywhere I go, I try and go somewhere different. I always go, it's amazing. I mean, a while ago, I just went down just outside Cheddar. Just literally stood and looked out over an open field over the Somerset Plains. And it was just beautiful. Just so beautiful. But we should never apologize for who we are. You know, and Krista Blue is correct. Sometimes to be kind means you have to be nasty. There are home truths that we need to come together and understand. Home truths that are, look, this country is never going to be back to as it was. It's never going to happen. No matter how many, you know, if you want to say, oh, I want to go back to when it was all white people only, you're racist because it's never. And the thing is, you're not a realist because it's never going to happen. All that matters is you support that flag. You can come from wherever you want in the world. And we have had people who've come here from all over the world and have actually benefited this country. But they've believed in that and supported that. What we're having arrived now hates that. Our own country people, blinded by lunacy, hate that. It's so wrong. This nation was forged by warriors, seaborne raiders. Tradition was carried out for years to the great place where it started. Correct. Sometimes you do have to be cruel to be kind. They are insulting our grandparents' memory. My parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents are spinning in their graves at the shit that we're in now. Good evening, Herman. Nice to see you here. We spent our entire history fighting. That's how it was. That's how it should be. They know that we fight. That's why they've done what they've done to knock us down. To crush us, to stop us, because they know us English, Welsh, Scotsmen, we fight. We're damn good at it. We enjoy it. It's one of our national pastimes. One of our national skills is fighting. We're fucking good at it. That's why we were the best army in the world, because we were good at fighting. Scottish and love Devon, Cornwall, beautiful places. I want to have some hope. Civil wars could be terrible, but rebuilding Africa could be extraordinary and lead to better culture. Israel is a classic example, even Rwanda. Yeah, but the problem is, I'd prefer not to have a civil war because hundreds of thousands of people will get killed for nothing. They're poisonous also. Well, there is that. Processed foods and God knows what else we eat. I mean, they joined us, should do as we do in our cultural leave now. Well, this is the thing. I have no problem with anyone as long as you support that. When I used to go on tour, we used to respect the culture that we were in. You can come from Pakistan and believe in your roots as long as you support that. It's that simple. You can be a Muslim as long as you don't want to change everything and you support that. I don't care where you come from. I genuinely don't. We won't go back to as we were, so we have to learn to adapt and understand and embrace people who support that and our culture and our history and who we are and what we do and not change it. They invited Palestinians to Lebanon. What happened? Well, exactly. Well, the biggest curse, Krista, the biggest thing is, you should have the Palestinian refugees. Well, what about the countries all around them? Well, they don't want them. Well, why not? because every time they were invited in, they fucking tried to destroy the place. It's actually documented history, but no, let's have them here. And that's what Labour will do. If Labour get in, that's what they'll do. We'll have hundreds of thousands of Palestinians being moved in here. Integrate and assimilate, correct. Yeah, when in Rome, exactly. But any other communities, exactly. One of us that support the flag, we can't turn the car. Unfortunately, no. But look, come on. We have to be honest as well, hand on heart. There have been many, many people who've come from different countries who have contributed to this country and done good things. It's the truth. We can't deny that. We have to be honest with ourselves and we have to realise that is what really scares me. Yeah. Britain has become brainwashed. Yeah. Well, not say brainwashed, suppressed, crushed, stumped under the boot. Come on, Regress, do you think there's a Black Samurai in it? Oh, don't even go with that stupid Ubisoft fucking Assassin's Creed game. There were no Black Samurais, okay? Get over it. Fuck them. It's all right. They'll make their stupid game. No fucker will buy it. Why don't you, as Islamic groups tend to do? For some reason, Palestinians seem to be especially destructive of their own beliefs. The best thing is it the Sunnis and the other ones, they hate each other. If it wasn't for the fact that Israel was there, they'd be killing each other. They're just mental. All over their stupid religion. They've had enough time to integrate and assimilate. Well, yes, there's nothing wrong with it. Rome fell, forced multiculturalism, more lessons to be learned, but we never learned anything. The Gurkhas won. God bless the Gurkhas. Wonderful, wonderful people. Levelling is example of the wrong people in. Yeah, and that's the same people that the Labour government would love to bring in here. Look at 2 weeks ago, 13,000 paratroopers in Poland and the UN. Yeah, well, exactly what we're practicing for. I support immigration at a reasonable level. Anyone sends does. Of course we do. Of course we do. They annihilate the Christian congregation. So what do you expect? Spanish doesn't choose Franco or, well, yes, exactly. This is horseshit. It was a little bit of Butler. Exactly. Exactly. We're on the verge of a terrible time. And terrible in two different ways. One, internally, this country just goes to the seventh gate of level of hell, and we actually stand at the last gate waiting for it to open. Or we get there and find out that the reason we're there and the reason this election is because Putin's going to fucking annihilate us. Not in 100 years, this the UK looks at polarization. Correct, absolutely. The mental control exerted over the masses is prevalent and unrelenting. The propaganda has worked better than expected. We're all divided. Most are here in the US. Completely agree. Completely agree. I'll explain. Sunny and Shia is a bit of a play on Sunny and Shia. I know. I understood. I understood, my friend. I understood. But again, we'll go back. We can go back to the Koof. The Koof showed us exactly how horrible we are as people. You could see the joy on some people's faces when they were given the opportunity to shit on their neighbours, to grass you up. Their moral high ground because they were wearing a mask. We choose to go so badly to our shame. Absolutely. 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 100%. Gurkhas should be, well, they're amazing. I did have the privilege of serving next to a Gurkha unit, and my God, they're wonderful people. And I'll tell you one thing, a Gurkha's curry. Oh dear. Yeah, it's a sunny day with these people. Yeah, absolutely. Hiding their faces. Yeah, but they take them on high ground. I mean, through the whole of the Koof, I never wore a mask. At all. And the amount of abuse I got, I just couldn't give a shit. I'd be quite a snobbish area, but I must say, I did like our community came together during the lockdown. Well, it did and it didn't. I mean, you were lucky. I mean, round by me here on the particular street that I live in, we all kind of just turned a blind eye to stuff, to be fair. Rishi resigned straight after the election. Of course he does. He doesn't want to be anywhere near it. How horrible we are as people. I know what they meant there. We love people, but absolutely. Oh, Kathmandu. Oh, that is some. If you've never had the in a trench and a Gurkha's offered you some of their curry on a cold night, oh, oh my God, it's bliss. Absolute. Oh, it's heaven. Absolute heaven. Someone should open a Gurkha restaurant and just serve that shit. Oh, I'd be there every day. I really, really would. We were safe in the 70s. Today, kids are in danger. Yeah, but what did we do in the 70s? Here's a Green Cross code, man. This is how you cross the road. Hey, here's a picture of something. What happens when you touch an electrical transformer and you get electrocuted? Yeah, don't. We had adverts everywhere telling us we were going to fucking die if we didn't do as we were told and we used our brains. Every time. Absolutely every time. In school, you were taught the Green Cross code, safety, what to do, not to do, where to go, where not to go. I was in school. They don't teach them shit now. He stepped down Diane Abbott to become Prime Minister. Oh, for God's sake. Jesus, and you thought it was bad. Go, oh, it's too far away. Yeah, and we all played together. I know, shock horror. I mean, look at the games we used to play in the playground. They're banned now, British Bulldog, Aki 123, violent things. Used to love it. You get vaporised. Always fresh curry on a Saturday, Gurkha cookhouse. Yum, yum, yum. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, I got into it in the 80s, Gobby. It's, only if Phil were playing that late, but there's one born every minute. Yeah, but you used to get told all the time. Thanks for popping in, Ben. You look after yourself, mate. You have a good one. Come on. And that was the difference between the kids now and the kids then. I mean, we had Charlie, meow, 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 meow. Oh, don't go away with strangers. You don't get any of that shit now. Nothing. They don't get taught anything. That's very true. That is very, very true. So, interesting question. I've been in admiration of the Gurkhas since there was a Royal Tournament at Earl's Court in the late 60s. They are without doubt, they serve this country because to them it's the ultimate level of anything. It is like literally their ultimate goal. And we've treated them like shit and we shouldn't. Because it's their everything. It's their everything. And we shouldn't treat them. But then again, we shouldn't treat our veterans like we do. It won't last until the 4th of July. Maybe not. That's another worry, isn't it? So that specific date on the same day as the advice to stockpile food and water came out. Yeah, the Royal Tournament was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Fantastic. We probably wouldn't be able to do that now. We probably wouldn't have enough people to do it. And health and safety. I think health and safety stopped the carriage run. If I remember quite rightly, because it's like people used to break fingers and shit, and just get on with it because they were hard. Oh God, we live in a world. We do. We live in a terrible, terrible world, and it's going to get more dangerous. So, has the election been called? Because Gurkha begins at 7. Absolutely does. Has it been called because he thought it was the right thing? About the Rwanda flights, more boats coming over in the summer, distraction with the football in the Olympics? Or was it called remembering that it caught every single person off guard because he knows something's coming, that something is not going to be good? I don't know. I haven't seen it for a long time. If Labour into power, it'll be only ruin, downfall, chaos, violence, threefold. Completely agree. And hello, Mr. Gunner. Nice of you to be here. Qualify at 14. Correct, they do. Kids are being indoctrinated from a young age of preschool with university with woke agenda. Hello, Nick Clark. Yes, they're also told to hate that. They're also told to hate their history. They're also told to hate everything about the country that they live in. They're not taught properly. They're taught white guilt. You should be shamed about the country that you live in. My children aren't. My children aren't. When they come home and give me some bullshit from school, I put them right. And if it's too much, I go and fucking tell the school. Everything is done for a reason. Everything is done on purpose. And that is why we are where we are right now. Even well, don't even start with the police. Two-tier policing. The police have been infected by the woke. They're more important. I'm going to do a bit with I think it's Essex police are going to put us as a minority now. They said they were going to turn it into forces specific tournaments instead. They cancel the whole thing. Yeah, they cancel the whole thing because we ain't got the power. We ain't got no one to do it. They're taught to live in an enemy state, which is tomorrow's pioneers police. Absolutely. With all this indoctrination, poor weird brains must be scrambled. Well, they don't know what to do for best. They really don't. And that's, again, done on purpose. It's done on purpose to confuse them. Genuinely. So by the time they actually get into the real world, they have no idea about anything. They don't even know who they are, whether what they think they are right now is the right thing or anything. They know nothing. Then they come out in the real world and then get completely shocked and offended when people are just going, shut the fuck up, sit down, go away. You don't know what you're talking about. Because, of course, that's something else the Labour Party will bring in. Guarantee you when they get in, they'll lower the age of voting to 16. So all the kids who are all messed up will be programmed to vote for them over and over again. You can see it coming. You can see it coming. That's, of course, if we're all still here. Because we just have to keep poking the bear. You know, the bear with nuclear weapons. That bear. It's just horrible. And we're in shit order. And there's nothing to lead us out of it. What we need is to unite. What we need is to come together, put our differences aside, and unite behind that. Paul Thorpe with his Unite UK, correct, way it should be. They fear the unaware public the most. Of course they do. Of course they do. Play Conquers as a kid now, they have to risk and wear PPE, correct. Goggles and helmets, nothing wrong with getting a few bumps and bruises. You learn not to do stuff. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. You were allowed to go and hurt yourself because you learned what hurt, and when you didn't do that again then, or you were more careful. What about the age consent, such a crazy journey? As I said, did the video, and they basically, technically, for all intents and purposes, legalise paedophilia. They are. The Russians are a very strong people, very determined people. I mean, they did fight for us, remember, in World War II. Well, kind of. We are one. We need to be one. True stand with the red, white, and blue. Amen. Hello, Brian. Oh, sorry, M17 DJT. Welcome. That is the most important thing. That is what we rally to. That is our flag. Put aside your differences, your little petty differences between, you know, what you do and don't agree with. As long as we all back that, and as long as we all support that, then we got a fighting chance. You may not agree with anything that people talk about you around, but if they believe in that, then they're our ally. They're on our side. If they go, oh well, you know, no. If you honour that flag, you support that flag, you stand with that flag, then you're my ally. I don't care where you come from, your sexuality, your gender, whatever. You support that, and you're my friend. That's how it should be. That's what we need to do. We need to come together. Put aside, agree to disagree. Remember that? Let's agree to disagree on that and let's just carry on moving. We live in frightening times. United will help us all. We need to educate our young, but hope Putin doesn't drop the hammer. Well, he's going to eventually, if they keep going. Yep, you make a choice and stick to it. Yeah, agreed. We live in a multicultural country. There's nothing we can do about that anymore. So accept it. Sadly, the feeling is the only thing I support in this country now. Yeah, and that's all it needs to be. We rally around that. We stand with that. We don't worry about anything else at the moment. We come together under that brilliant banner, and then we sort the shit out. It's not a people problem, it's those bastards at the top problem. Amen, brother. Amen. You stand for nothing, you will fall for everything. Amen again. Born a Catholic in Belfast, I'm a Christian without a church. The Vatican is sick. And folks, it's the Union flag, not the Union Jack. You see, I used to say it's Union flag because it was only Union Jack when it flew on a ship. But recently, and I was unaware of this, they actually changed it. So it's a Union Jack. They've gone in a lot of study, and it's a Union Jack as well as a Union flag. It could be called either or either. I'm not accepting it. Sorry, I told Paul thought the same. I'm not waiting around to be attacked. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is where we are. This is what we're at right now. And I agree with you, Paranormal. I do. Because we're in that situation. We have been pushed into that corner. That people are now trying to help and get people together. But also, we also know we're going to get attacked. And we're British. And we don't like being in fucking corners. So we usually come out fighting. I get it. The longer they're in government, the worse it'll get. Absolutely. But we need someone to vote for. We need something, someone, some party, actual, genuine people who will stand as a banner and fight for this country. Because we need, and Paranormal, you're right, we need to get these knobheads out somehow. The flag is a banner to rally to, just like the colours. Amen. Most of us don't. Here we stand and here we fall. History won't take care of all. Make the absolutely right, PD. No, this is which is what we discussed. They were there, Paranormal. This is what we were discussing yesterday. What the fuck do we do? We're fucked if we do, and we're fucked if we don't. Yeah, we do. We need a Trump. We need a UK version of a Trump. Good question. Good question. I don't know. I don't know. When it all comes down to it, when we're all sitting here, we're all, having a chat and going through this, I can't offer any answers. I don't know. I don't know what to recommend. I don't know what to say. We do need to come together. We do. But we are in a horrible situation now, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a terrible, terrible place where I just can't give the answers. And even if I could, I just don't know. None of us know. We're all in a terrible, terrible situation right now. They all go and hide. We need Trump and Farage well, fuck Nigel Farage. I'm sorry. I've never liked the guy. I can see through him. I've always said Nigel Farage is only interested in Nigel Farage. And no offense, he decided that instead of standing here and defending that he's supposed to be all patriotic about, as soon as it gets a little bit fucking tough, he fucks off to the United States of America. He can fuck himself. Sorry. Trump Scott should Trump for if only. I hope Trump invites Tommy instead of Starman and watch them blush. Would be nice. Do you think there will be a rebellion within the Conservative Party? I can't carry. No, they're in a situation now. It's too late to do anything. That's the problem, isn't it? No obvious solution to anything. I know, Mike. What? I don't know what. I mean, I wish I could just stand here and go, right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this, and this, and it'll all be sorted. I wish I could. I honestly, hand on heart, I wish I could do that. But I also know if I went, let's do this. By the time I got to the second this, half the people fucking want me dead because I said something slightly off, slightly that they don't quite agree with, and that's our problem. None needed. Total. I joined that. Have you seen the BBC report? There's an attack outside the Phoenix Cinema. Well, what do you expect? Genuinely, what do you expect? It's the BBC. Lying wankers. Deep down, I know that what needs to be done. A struggle, they refuse to listen. I agree with Carl Benjamin. The Tories left everything until it was too late. Agreed. I think it's paid option myself after the tree scam back. Yeah, it's true. Simple truth. I wish I could. I genuinely wish I could give you the answers. But we're all here sharing the same pain. We're all here sharing the same problem. And it all sums up with the words, what the fuck do we do? What do we do? We don't stand together. We're in fractured groups all over the place. Whenever we get the opportunity, someone speaks out, we have sections of people attacking you immediately. So we have a few passages who think Sharia law takeover, we do the right thing and make the government and civil service redundant. The civil service is one of our biggest problems. Agreed with that. Sharia law, I explained to Mrs. G what that would mean and how it would impact her life more than mine. Well, no, my life would be over. And it's that simple. Do nothing, or can we just stay in our homes and stay safe? Well, are we going to be safe in our own homes? Are we safe in our own homes? We are, I don't know. I'm just an ordinary bloke. And I've hated it to get to the stage that we got to now. I just don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But I will be on here trying to find some solution to something. Because I will die on my feet and serve on my knees. I'm not going to live on my knees. If that's what you have to do, then fair enough. Honestly. I'm a Christian who would not convert, do not fear death. I've come to the conclusion that if it goes down to, the potentially the way it's going, which is the Islamic State, I've already accepted I'm a dead man. It is what it is. Amen. I'm going to die with my boots on. I will die on my I know I'll die on my doorstep, defending my family. Oh, they look, it's not going again. Will the advice to possibly? But the thing is, they know. They already know. They've done the test. It worked. Most of us did what we were told to do. We didn't kick up a fuss. We did what we told to do, and that's the end of that. We'll never come together until we stop fighting each other. Exactly. Agree to disagree. Put these fucking stupid little differences we have to one side. Unite. We outnumber them. Amen, sister. Amen. Just be prepared. Indeed. Gonna get a scope. Good idea. You see, the thing is, them up there, the government, the elite, know that we outnumber them. So they keep us fighting amongst ourselves. Things are going to get worse, not better when Labour gets his power. Chris Bay apparently sung at the speaker when she was, well, what a surprise. That's another knob. I mean, yeah, you got a knobhead like that. Yeah. Well, why didn't someone just go and kick his fucking head in? That was done on purpose. They signposted it so he could get in position and they let him play it. Divide and conquer, that's happened. Not listening to the police civil unrest, follow a civil war, probably left to. I don't want it to go to civil war, but I can see it going there. That frightens me. It should frighten you lot. Agreed, PD. Yeah. I mean, I'm a veteran myself. I don't really want to fight again. Or if the people who live in big cities in a country, I'm a country boy and see the issues. I live a 15-minute drive from Birmingham city centre. I don't go there anymore. It's just too dangerous. I mean, I have asked, Yardley, just up the road, MP Jess Phillips, to come for a walk with me, just me and her and a camera, and I'll show her all these so-called no-go areas that she swears blind don't exist around in her area. Yeah, funnily enough, I said, and you can't have any security. Funnily enough, she never took me up on that. I wonder why. But yeah, the actual Birmingham, white people are a minority now. No, it's not safe. Again, I saw that, mate. MP Craig McKinley walks back into the Commons with balloons and there's less of Robert. So, did you actually see when he came in? He just stood, and while everybody else was clapping him and welcoming him, he just stood there clutching his folder, blank emotionless. Fucking prick. He should move to an EU country if he's so lovely you. Stay, yeah, well, amen. Amen. But he won't because he's paid to do it. He's paid. He's a paid actor. As in, bad actor. He's a fucking knobhead. So again, we've done over an hour. Robo Starmer doesn't clap. He has no idea what he's doing. This is a person who's going to take us into war potentially. Oh, God. I wish there was something I could say that would make things better. I genuinely do. Keep calm but safe. Buy what you can. Dried foods, canned foods, tin water opener, water first, drinks, purification to torch. Yeah, it's time to you remember when we always take the mickey out of people who do like, oh, them preppers. Whoa, them preppers are nutters. Yeah, them preppers aren't so nutty now, are they? Let's be honest. Yeah, speak English, please, bitter. This is a person who used to defend mass murderers and serious rapists. I mean, he put a thing on saying, "Oh, well, on X, he put on, oh, I will love this country, and defend and stand up for it." I said, "Well, you didn't stand up for the Rotherham grooming gangs, did you? Because you were the head of CPS prosecution. Hexamine, hexamine are small blocks of fuel that you set fire to, and they produce heat. In the old army cooking stoves, you used to have a metal box, and you crack it open." And the hexamine, you put the hexamine, you light the hexamine, it'll burn, and then you put your mess tin on top and it cook your food. So she's literally just a small block of stuff. It's absolutely amazing. Star leader wouldn't lead him donkey in Blackpool Beach. Amen. Cereal, candles, games, cereals, bull sweets, chocolate energy. Yep, absolutely. Rise and fall. Yeah, funny how we've all been thinking about the Roman Empire just recently. It's just madness. Ah, sounds good. It is. Got a unique smell as well. Although it will blacken the bottom of your mess tins quite badly, so you'll need to clean them off regularly. Yeah, make your own fuel with candles, cotton wool balls. I mean, the other thing is, it's like at the back, my back garden, I've cleared out a big area of bush. There's used to be trees and bushes, knocked them down, cut them down, and I've got a little triangle there. I've decided I'm going to make that my own vegetable patch because the only place I can get it. I knew a brother living in Winston Green was growing up, and when I used to say, "Oh God, Winston Green's a horrible place." Cup of tea, absolutely. And certainly have got because Starmer called Tommy Robo. Unbelievable, isn't it? When you look at it, like, I mean, I don't know about you in the chat and you watching, but can you believe we're now in this situation right now? Mate, it's wax obviously rice oats, pasta, flavoured nuts, to trade items. Yeah, time to prep, please. Starmer called Tommy Robinson. Thought, yeah, because he's scared to fucking death of him. That's why. Kidney pouches. Mm. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should bring this one to a close. As always, you have been absolutely fantastic. You've been an awesome people in the chat. Again, I salute you. You're awesome. We've got 6 weeks between now and the election. Extremely solidified paraffin. It is indeed. And that's a lot of, yeah, I agree. Bulk of people are all jacks. We've got a selfish society now. I'm gonna, as much as I can. And when I'm not streaming, I'll be doing videos. We just got to keep the message going. You just got to keep going. Thank you. Thank you. Again, thank you. Thank you so much. 100% correct on all points. What's Grace Countries UK? Yeah, absolutely. Will do. I'll keep preaching until they shut me down because eventually they will. And then that's something else we're going to have to get used to. Eventually. I mean, Labour getting, I'll probably be booted off straight away. On my local Amtrak is literally introduced with Boris Johnson, which doesn't surprise me. Wind up radio, got one of them. Keep buggering on. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, you wonderful people, you. Thank you for joining me after the failed mission to start, where Rumble fucked me over once again because it really doesn't like OBS. Thank you again, all of you in the chat. You're absolutely awesome. Thanks so much. Keep the support. I love every minute of you. Yeah, I know they are. They will go for Noel's political channel. I'm doing a video about some of the stuff Noel sent me. Noel, if anyone's interested, Noel, he's a guy who lives over in Ireland, and he's currently, bit like me, used to be a doctor. Well, he still does do Doctor Who, but he's on the political thing. He's on the front line, and the shit that they're having to put up with is just absolutely terrible. And I'm going to be covering that very shortly. So, with that, thank you. You awesome, awesome mother truckers, you. Amen, brother. Absolutely 100%. I'll keep coming. I'll keep going until such time as I'm not allowed to. I really won't. Oh, yeah, don't forget. Likes, subscription, share. Sharing's good. Get the message out to everybody. Now, it's bank holiday weekend this weekend. I am still going to try and do stuff as much as I can. Might even do a couple of streams during the day. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But in any case, I think the best thing, Paranormal, would be if you just like did us a nice big post and stuck it up on X with all the stuff we need. Yes, no, don't let the bugs bite. You've all been awesome. Be drinking, yeah. Everybody have a wonderful time. If you're out doing whatever you're doing on Bank Holiday weekend, I hope you have a great time. You are all wonderful mother truckers. I love you all to bits. I shall look forward to catching you in the next one. So, with that, I'm done. So, until the next.